Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to do a short video here on my 2015 Ram 2500 Cummins. Basically what it's like to have this truck as a daily driver. I drive this truck every day to and from to work, you know, taking it out hunting, going off-road, towing my trailers. It does it all. Haul my family. We go on long road trips with it. It is definitely, you know, my family's main vehicle. So that being said, let's get right into it. I want to talk about the ride and comfort of a 3/4 ton truck. If you've never driven one of these vehicles before and you're used to an SUV or half-ton pickup, then you will definitely notice a difference in ride. About ready to go over some railroad tracks right here. And it's not bad at all. The front coils that I installed on this, the leveling coils by Thuren, really help soften the ride. Going over potholes, railroad tracks, bridges and stuff like that, it really helps soften the front end up. I'm really impressed actually so far. Now, along with ride and comfort, cruising at highway speeds. You know, I have aftermarket wheels and tires on this truck. I have 18-inch wheels, and the tires are 295/70 R18s, so not quite a 35. And honestly, there has been no difference in ride or handling from factory to what I have currently. The ride has improved a little bit more because of the front coils. So out of those three trucks, this is by far the best riding truck I've had in a 3/4 ton so far. Next, I kind of want to talk about MPGs. As everyone knows, these are not rated by the EPA. But I will tell you, with being winter right now in Idaho, we have winter fuel, so my MPGs are down quite a bit. I have longer idle times in the morning, you know, and I guess you're supposed to get worse fuel mileage anyway with winterized fuel than the summer blend that they use in the summer months. So currently right now with mixed driving, city and highway driving, I'm right at about 14 miles per gallon, and that's hand calculated. You know, in the summer months, I don't have near as long of idle times, so my average jumps up to about 17 miles per gallon, and that's after the leveling kit and the bigger tires. Before I had the larger tires on this, you know, I would get, you know, easily 19 miles to the gallon. All highway driving, I'd be doing about 20 and a half hand calculated. So yeah, if you're looking at a 3/4 ton truck, you know, a diesel as a daily driver, to give you just an idea on the miles per gallon, you know, they do pretty good, especially if you plan on towing with this truck, or, you know, any diesel, whether it's a Duramax, a Power Stroke, or a Cummins. If you plan on doing any towing at all, you're going to get better fuel mileage, especially out here in the West, where we have, you know, 7% grades and mountains to climb to go wherever we're going. You will get better fuel mileage with a diesel for sure. Next topic I want to touch base on is parking. You know, driving this thing every day, I have to park in parking garages sometimes, you know, at the airport, just going to town every day, pulling into parking spots. And if I could give you guys any tip when buying one of these trucks, is the first thing you need to get comfortable with is using your mirrors and backing into pretty much every spot. The main reason for backing in is it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier for you to just pull out and go. I see these guys, you know, all the time pulling into the store, and I'm waiting for them to back out, and it's literally like a 15-point turn because they're trying to back a huge truck out of a tiny parking spot, and they're trying not to hit the vehicle behind them. You know, just learn how to use your mirrors, and try to back in everywhere you go. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. So far, with just a leveling kit on my truck and, you know, the tires that I mentioned earlier, I haven't had any issues with clearance as far as parking in any parking garage. I think, I haven't measured it, but I believe my truck's just under 7 feet to the top of the roof. So yeah, I haven't had any issues parking at the airport or anything like that, where you have kind of a lower clearance markers there. So yeah, to sum it up, the parking situation, I haven't ran into a situation yet where I couldn't park somewhere. So the final topic I want to touch base on is maintenance. You know, your oil changes, you know, as of right now, I don't do any of the oil changes myself. I take it to the dealer. The main reason for that is to just basically for warranty. I don't want any hiccups as far as if something were to happen to this truck and I take it to a dealer for warranty work. I don't want to give them any reason to deny a warranty claim. So I let, you know, Peterson Stampede do all my oil changes. They do a fantastic job. I run just regular conventional oil in my truck. I've not had a single issue with this truck at all. The other thing you also got to keep in mind if you buy a diesel is changing out the fuel filters. I believe Cummins, they recommend every 15,000 miles to change your fuel filter. You know, I do it really at, you know, 8 to 10,000 miles. It never hurts to change your fluids, your filters earlier than what is required from the manufacturer. This particular truck has 2 fuel filters on it. One is going to be under the hood where it's been forever, and the other is going to be underneath the truck, basically underneath the bed. And you can honestly, you know, I get mine from eBay. You know, it runs anywhere from 90 to 100 bucks, and I do it myself. It takes, you know, after the first time doing it, you can get them changed in, you know, under 30 minutes, no problem. Diesel exhaust fluid is another big one you hear guys talk about all the time. Honestly, I don't tow as much as I used to, so I mean, I haven't done the miles exactly on how far I've gone on a tank of DEF, but it's well over 2,500 miles. I've had my truck for 1 year and 7 months, and I think I've topped it off, you know, maybe 6 times. And I have a little over 23,000 miles on it right now. And I never wait until it's on empty. I definitely don't wait until my truck gives me that message of, you know, you have so many miles until limp mode or anything like that. You know, I wait until it's right above quarter of a tank, and then I just fill it up. Everything I've read on the Cummins forums, you know, it definitely helps. You know, if you keep it full, I think you're gonna have less issues with it. You know, it's gonna make it easier on the pump, you know, everything like that. Just fill it up. You know, don't wait till, you know, you get a message to top it off. Alright guys, that's going to sum it up for me today. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And please leave a comment below. If you have, you know, any newer emissions intact truck, I'd love to hear about it. You know, how's the reliability been for you? Have you had any issues with it? You know, how do you like it as a daily driver? And also, if you guys have any suggestions on videos that you would like for me to do, if you'd like me to do a walk around, I'm more than happy to do so. I do plan on putting out a video, 2 videos on, you know, the top 5 things I like about my Ram 2500 and 5 things I don't like about it. So I'll try to do those. I know there's a couple videos on the internet already about that, so I'll try to do mine a little bit differently and talk about things that haven't been discussed so far. So yeah, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.